Hey guys, Sunday, June 15, 2025. This is Market Recap. Let's see what the market has done this past week. So far, looking at the indices weekly, you can see the Dow Jones getting a nice correction that's due to that airline crash in India. The Boeing has brought some pressure on the Dow Jones. So far, the S&P is looking good. Nasdaq is looking good. Is trying to push higher to test the highs. Nasdaq is very close. Russell hit 2200 and now kind of pulled back in. Nikkei just sideways, not really much. And the euro surprisingly sold off. It looks like about to take out that low, but kind of holding. Could be a fail new low. And that's 3 weeks right there. If it takes out that low. Looking at the DAX, this is another interesting. This was the leader of the pack. And so far it has taken out 2 weeks worth of gains. And now it's about to kiss this, already kissed it or about to kiss it. And see if that's going to hold. If it's going to be a fail new low or it's going to continue pushing. So VIX is kind of waking up a little bit. Not much. If it would have closed on this range right here, would have been better, but it's kind of waking up. But that's all because of the Israeli war and all this other thing that's going on. Energy. I am long crude, so let's see how that's going to play out once the futures open. But I think things are going to get a little interesting, especially with the Israeli and Iran war. Even if we could probably get to 85 or 90, that wouldn't be bad. But we'll see. I don't think things are going to calm down yet. But we got this nice bump. I was surprised at RBOB. I wasn't expecting RBOB to move, but it does make sense. It waking up also, but not compared to crude. But it is waking up. Heating oil really surprised me. I was not expecting a bull kicker this big. It's at 238. I wonder why it's waking up that fast. Heating oil. I mean, we're not even in the winter. This is interesting. I don't know if it has something to do with the Israeli-Iran war, something that's associated with that. But nonetheless, it is waking up. And buyers came in, and it's around this level. Let's see if it could push higher and get at least to 226. $2.60. Natural gas, man, is just pure. You know what I'm going to say, right? If you've been following me, what's the next word I'm going to say? Pure what? Pure chop fest. It hasn't gone nowhere. It hasn't taken out 4, but it hasn't taken out 3, and it's just dancing around in this area. So nothing there until the move of the Black Widow is revealed. So this is a market you just have to be on standby. Put your alerts. Alerts are important. Because sometimes you could be working, you're whatever you do in life. You don't have, unless, you just trade all day, then you're a full-time trader, then that's cool. But if you, have a daytime job, family, kids, you run a business, and you trade natural gas, you can't be watching this all day unless you're in and out. It depends what kind of trader you are. But if you're waiting for like a big move, something like this to happen, it hasn't happened yet. And if you count the weeks, these are all weeks, 7 days each of back and forth that you have to be like in and out, unless you're a long-term trader and you're expecting it to go higher, then this doesn't phase you. But then nonetheless, put an alert until something gives. If it breaks out above, breaks below, if it's going sideways, in my opinion, you don't want to be in there. Not in the pure chop fest. That's what I call that. Ethanol, nothing really there exciting. Topping out at 180 and kind of finding support at 1 $1.60. Bonds, Chop Fest hasn't really done much either. Hasn't gone higher or lower, just kind of sideways, just being very quiet. Maybe they're waiting for something this week. Maybe some economic news. Softs, cocoa pulling in, cotton, just Chop Fest. Chop Fest for months since February. Hasn't done anything of this year. Orange juice, Chop Fest, hasn't taken out the 300. Coffee, after this nice trend up, it's kind of pulled back and now just kind of sideways. Not really going lower, but just kind of sideways there. Lumber looks like it's starting to wake up. You know, from this trend higher, pulled back and consolidated, and now it's above 600. So maybe your next target would be, I don't know, it's already kissing this pivot right here, this level. So let's see if we could close above 620, 630. If we could get up there, maybe we could test 700. And sugar has keeps selling off. Keeps selling off. I mean, you got to probably go to the monthly. The next support is going to be somewhere around 15. But definitely in a downtrend. So you don't want to buy this soft sugar. You want to keep shorting pops until, and then see it base. And maybe it could base at 15. I mean, if it gets down to 10, that might be a discount, might be a bargain. And I wonder if because at Robert FK, he's the new person in charge of the health. So I wonder if he's cutting all this sugar and all this crap that they keep feeding us. And trying to get America healthy. And maybe that's why it's selling off. But that's just my speculation. Maybe a good thing. Gold pushing higher. Hasn't taken out any lows, so it's strong and healthy. Silver got a nice bull kicker, and now just kind of sideways at 36. Platinum, if you've been following my videos, I'm expecting a wave 4. Once you get that wave 4, it's going to push up to a wave 5. So if you haven't gone in platinum, once it gets to that wave 4 area, and if you don't know what that level is, you can look at my videos on YouTube and get some exposure on platinum and ride it up to wave 5. But it looks very strong. Hopefully it's not, a bull trap. And then it's going to go strike back to this consolidated zone. Hopefully it's a wave 4 into a wave 5. Copper, Chop Fest. Stuck between 5 and 450. Set your alerts if you trade copper. Anywhere between here is just chop suey fest. Palladium. This is my favorite favorite instrument to trade. Hasn't given me any Momo or any. I don't know. It hasn't given me love like the way I wanted to. This gave me love, and I'm not really into platinum. But now I'm watching it because it's waking up. It's all about waking up. It's no use of throwing, analysis on something and cycles and time cycles and, whatever you're into. When it's just doing this, it's nothing happening. No one's interested. It's when it does this that it's like sparks my, or like gold. I own gold, so I'm happy with this move. That's what sparks my interest, and that's why I like to do market recap, because I don't have any indicators. I don't have anything. I'm looking at this like a baby, and when I just see price action and volume, it sparks my interest, and that's when I started putting it in the charts and started analyzing it. And through some theories on it, Elliott wave theory, working on some time cycles and other things, and Gann theory, and geometry. So there's a lot of stuff, but it takes time. But if it's like this, why you want to put time cycles on this? I mean, you can. You know, it's just going to be very, very. You can get these swings. You can make money. I guess I'm just not that type of trader to be like in this world like this. Like it when it's like this, or you know, like in the indices when it's like that. That kind of stuff I like. Big moves. Anyway, I digress. Where were we? Metals. Finviz. Love Finviz. So yeah, Palladium pulled back really good too, but worse than this because now it's back in Chop Fest. And I want to see it close above 1100 and 1200, like what it did here. Meats. I am short cattle, so let's see how that plays out. I did a video on YouTube, you know, maybe 3 things that are showing, you know, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'd like to see if this is going to play out this time, even for a nice, decent pullback or a correction and then get out. Or maybe a big move that's coming. I don't know. I'm just taking it day by day. So I'm just trying to see how it plays out. Feeder cattle, not as weak as live cattle, but still, you know, feeder cattle is strong. And lean hog, surprising me, it's like already at the highs. I mean, this was like the one left behind, and you know, and look at that. It's already at the highs here. A little more, you're gonna get to 120. The lean hogs, little piggies. Grains, corn. Well, this is the monthly. Look at the weekly. It's just kind of there. Bottom feeders are showing up, but not really. Not really. You know, I don't know. I'm not really into corn. Although I like it with chips and salsa, my corn chips. Soybean oils, nice bull kicker. Chop Fest on soybean meals. Yeah, soybean oil at that 50. We could take out that high right there. Then we could probably get to 70. Too early to tell. Oats. Kind of the higher range. Still in Chop Fest. And rough rice. My last week rough rice, I was watching it. It's getting a bump. I want to see what happens when it gets to 14. 14 and 14.10 around there, 20. I like to see a bull kicker. I like candles like that because it's showing me that there's a group of people or one investor or institution that are really bullish when you see a bull kicker like that. And notice that when you get a bull kicker, you kind of get it and then it kind of retraces. And then they say that that's when you really want to get in after a move like that. Because it's a fail new low. It's like they build position. The bears come. They let the bears come. And then, thanks to the bears pushing it lower, they build because they're going to defend. This is what they're going to defend. They got in here, so they're going to fight to death to protect this level. So when they bumped it up and then stop the buying, the bears come and they have their fun. And then they come in again and then they push it even higher. Boom. And then they let it come down. And then now they're coming in again to push it even higher. So it's never, in my opinion, it's never good unless it's kind of like a parabolic market that just shoots up like, you know, platinum that just did. You never want to get tricked to buying here. You want to wait for that nice pullback. And this is 3 weeks. This is a whole, you know, not 3 weeks, 7 days, 5 days of trading. So it's going to take a while when it gets like that. And then that's when you want to get in. Rough rice, soybeans, sideways, wheat. It's just Chop Fest. I will get interested in wheat if it gets to 600. So I would put an alert there and put an alert below. I don't know if it's going to take out this low. I think this is the lows. It's already basing and putting the lows. So if you're into wheat and you think long term, and you think I bet you it's going to probably pop one time, you know, soon or when it's ready. then that's when you want to put some cycles and look at other techniques and theory to see. And when it gets down to this level, accumulate. Canola waking up, so that's good. This is a market you probably want to be interested in. Here, let's see the monthly. Yeah, so it based for a whole year, and now it's starting to wake up. So this one you could probably be interested in if you trade this. It looks like it wants to get to 800. Wheat, you can see that it's been chopped since half of 2023, all of 2024, and into 2025. Just sideways. Currencies, the dollar. I put out something on my post where you want to watch the dollar because now the dollar is interesting. It's either a fail new low to trap bears, and they're gonna pop it, or we're gonna go straight down to finish on a wave 5 around 94, meaning that euro, pound, all the inverses are gonna go higher. So that's, if you trade the currency, that's how I'm playing it. Right now, watching the dollar, is it going to regain this low? Because if it does, then two things. It's still going to chop fest sideways, or it's going to go and test 100, 102, and then get to 104. Surprise everybody and go up. That means they might bring pressure to gold. But we'll see. We'll take it step by step. Let's see what happens this week. Do we have a close lower around 94 or straight down to 95? Then that's your wave 5 all the way down there. And lastly, let's see. Crypto. Let's go to the weekly. So yeah, it's now back in Chop Fest. It pushed higher, 1100, and it's kissing that 11. But it's not really, it's quiet. 105, not taking out this low right here, but not pushing higher. So let's see. Pure Chop Fest on Ethereum. Sol is a little selling here, but it's a holding pattern. Crypto's all in a holding pattern right now. It's on the upper range right here. And maybe it's going to probably push another leg higher, but we'll see. So far, put your alerts. And once those alerts get hit, on crypto, it's interesting because you have to put your alert, but not go long yet. You want it to have a close above this price level. And if you're, conservative, you want a weekly candle above this level. It's just because your alert gets hit, there's a high probability that it pulls back in like it's been doing right here. But when your alert gets hit like here, but we didn't have a close above it, a close like, let's say a close like that, like this bull candle. Let's make pretend this is crypto right here. And you have your alerts and some, here and there every week you get hit. Oh yeah, it's kissing the highs. But then you see this. That's when you want to go long. When you see a bull kicker candle. Because there's a high probability that it's going to continue going higher. So if this was crypto right here, this area that looks just like this, right there, put your alerts here, put your alerts here. And they're gonna ping your phone. Oh yeah, you gotta look. Yeah, it's at the highs. But the key is when you see something like this bull, I call bull kicker. It's like I'm kicking down the door. Once this is established, you can either wait for a pullback, get in at the 50%, the midpoint of the candle, or buy on the next candle. You'll risk maybe, it pulling back. So maybe there's a high probability you put a buy order here or you buy in here. And there's a high probability that it could continue pushing higher. Like that. Let's look at uranium futures. If you've been following me, I am bullish uranium. Keep an eye out for 68.4 and also 67.35. I said there was a correction coming, and this is probably going to be the opportunity if you missed this move with the equities. I don't know if you got Trading View, but if you do, I don't know. My trading platform doesn't have uranium futures, so but you could put an alert here, and if it gets down here in this area, it's a gift from the gods, because this is very extreme. And then look at some equities in this area that you are interested or think that is value in the uranium sector that you think could push higher once uranium spot and uranium futures find support to do another leg higher. I think that's it for me. This is my market recap. And my the ones that I'm focused is the dollar, crude, platinum, and which one else? Oh, live cattle. Those are the ones I'm watching on my radar that I'm trading and see how it plays out. Anything on the energy? Yep, crude. I'm watching that. Watching the news, and have my alerts on natural gas. And maybe I should see why heating oil, if it's related to crude, why it's moving. And I think that's it. I don't trade the DAX. And maybe just keep an eye on the VIX. It starts pushing higher. It bring pressure on the equities. I look at the economic calendar to see anything that's interesting that's going to happen this week in regards to news. And that's it. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on market recap.